How's everybody going here today?
Fine.
Good, awesome. Well, I have a question to ask you first. How many people in this room have an iPhone? Raise your hand. That's pretty much more or less what I expected. So, how many of you have experienced that soul-crushing feeling that you get when you're walking along, minding your own business, and you drop your iPhone on the ground, and you just have that moment of realization, oh my God, I might have just cracked my entire screen, now everything's just done. Well, I'm here to tell you today that there is actually a better alternative as phone-wise to having that fear and having it being erased. And it's the Samsung S4, Galaxy S4. But basically, I think we can all relate that this is what all of us feel like after we drop our phone, we pick it up and we find out that it's been cracked, the screen is cracked. Now we have to pay an exorbitant amount of money now to get it fixed. Actually, did you know also that 20% of Americans own an iPhone within the United States? 20% of those people, and let's say give it around maybe 10 or 15% of those people have dropped their iPhone and cracked the screen. Therefore, it's an absurd amount of money that Apple makes repairing these phones every single year. The Samsung Galaxy S4 has an improved kind of glass. It's called Gorilla Glass that actually has been tempered and strengthened by a certain special company, and they are affiliated with Samsung. And generally, they've done scratch tests on it, where people have prodding at it, poking at it with knives, throwing it on the ground, stuff like that. And when they pick it up again, it's completely unscratched. The RedmanPie.com actually did one of their own tests where they took 2 different kinds of knives, a butcher knife and one of those fountain pens, and they were tapping on it and they were scratching it as hard as they could. And at the end of the test, actually nothing came out of it whatsoever. The camera. The camera is another big selling point of the Galaxy S4. While most previous generation iPhones boast an 8-megapixel camera, this camera boasts a 13-megapixel camera with a special ability to snap pictures well in low light. So all you Instagrammers and Snapchatters out there, who like to take good pictures, the Samsung Galaxy has been rated as a better phone for that purpose. As you can see here, they did the Tech Radar did 4 pictures with 4 different kinds of phones. The Samsung S4 here took pictures in better light, put more exposure on it, and captured some of the more unnecessary, hidden details that the other phones did not catch. The iPhone S and the S4 are more or less the same, but if you see on certain details like the wall color and how the face is illuminated, you can see the person's facial features better than you can with the S4. Then you come down to developer options and ability to, customize your phone the way you want to. Most people, when they have an iPhone and they want to customize it and add a new keyboard and so on, so you have to jailbreak it. You have to go through a very lengthy process through the internet, and even then, there's still not a guarantee that your actual phone will be jailbroken. It could actually just be locked and then break completely. With the Samsung Galaxy S4, it has an open source platform that allows you to go on the internet and download any program that you want. And providing that you give it permission to, you can customize your phone the way you see fit. For example, I was going to try to show it today, but the Samsung Galaxy S4 has an ability to connect to the projector or your home TV, providing that you lose your remote. And it does that through the Wi-Fi. The iPhone, you have to purchase an extremely, I'd say maybe like $8 or $9 program off the App Store to be able to do the exact same thing that this phone does for free. And as you can see here, it's just the Android logo because Android has been well known for their open source platforming and ability to, give developers a chance to express their creativity. So the real question is, why haven't you guys switched yet? Based on all of the other details here, the Redmond Pi, the stats from Statista.com with the 20% iPhone users, why haven't you guys switched yet? The Redmond Pi says that the phone is remarkably better than all the other previous generation iPhones and is only beat out by the iPhone 6, which has just recently come out. This S4 is still the previous generation, and Samsung has a lead on the game. So I guess in my closing, I would just like to say, why stay on Earth with your Apple when you can exploit the galaxy? That's it.